Today's episode is a triple salute. Blue's Clues, Thomas and Friends, and SpongeBob SquarePants. And SpongeBob SquarePants. And first, I'm going to salute on, and SpongeBob SquarePants. First, I'm going to salute on Blue's Clues. Enjoy. Blue's Clues. Wow. This show rocks. Even though I hate Nick Jr., I still like that show. Why? Because it's from my childhood. This show is about a dog named Blue who goes on great adventures. Steve reminds me of the Steve from Minecraft, and he was the host before he went to college. Joe is Steve's brother, and he was the new host after Joe went to college. The rest of the characters of the show are awesome. And for another thing is that they also started their own movie called Blue's Big Musical Movie, which was a good movie. In 2004, there was a show called Blue's Room, which was 2 years after it got, which happened after it got canceled, and it still appeared. It also appeared in the Blue's Clues show for some seasons, 2 or 3 to be exact. And right now, there is going to be a new show in November of 2019 called Blue's Clues and You. I hope this new show is awesome. Do you know who likes this show? SpongeBob and Blue's Clues released 2001. He is Blue's Clues' biggest fan. Do you know who hates this show? Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls 2016. She wants to feed Blue from Blue's Clues chocolate. She should be grounded for what she did. In other words, Blue's Clues rocks. And so does Blue's Room and the new show that's coming soon in November. And Mr. Pickles sucks. End of salute 1. Next, I will salute on Thomas and Friends. Enjoy. Thomas and Friends. Wow. This show rocks. This show is actually about 8 trains who go on great adventures together. Thomas is an awesome train, and he is my favorite character of the show. Edward is awesome, and he likes to help out. Henry is strong and brave. Some parts he's scared, but he gets over it now. Gordon likes to go fast. James likes to be red, and red is my favorite color. Percy is Thomas's best friend. Toby is a good square train, and Emily is the only engine that is a female. They also made a lot of movies like Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Calling All Engines, The Great Discovery, Hero of the Rails, Misty Island Rescue, Day of the Diesels, Blue Mountain Mystery, King of the Railway, Tale of the Brave, Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, The Adventure Begins, The Great Race, Journey Beyond Sodor, Big World, Big Adventures, and this year there's going to be a brand new movie called Digs and Discoveries. I hope that movie is good. They also created a new show called Tugs, which is also a good show. In other words, the animation, music, songs, and models are awesome. Do you know who likes this show? Percy Engine 619, Mr. Engine 88, Ramafu Productions, Steven Garcia 18, Diesel D199, Donald 9 and Douglas 10, Murray the Hedgehog, Thomas Toy Trains, U. Sequin, and Jars 111S, and Bad Rider Almy. After all, they've made a lot of and many more. They all like to make a lot of Thomas remakes and other stuff as well. And do you know who actually hates this show? Triple B 780. After all, when he did a rant on Diesel 10 and Devious Diesel Rant, he says that he hates this show. In other words, Thomas and Friends rocks. Thomas and Friends rocks. And so does Tugs, along with Chuggington and Theodore Tugboat. JJ the Jet Plane and Blaze and the Monster Machine sucks. End of salute 2. Next, I will salute on SpongeBob. Enjoy. SpongeBob SquarePants. This show rocks. This show is about a bunch of sea creatures who like to go on great adventures together. In other words, for example, SpongeBob likes to go jellyfishing with Patrick, and he likes to cook at the Krusty Krab. Patrick is SpongeBob's best friend. Sandy is a squirrel who lives underwater. Squidward is SpongeBob's neighbor. I bet if you ask him what is your favorite subject in school, he'll say that it is music and art. Sandy is a good scientist and is also likes to go to Texas. Mr. Krabs is the boss of the Krusty Krab. Gary is SpongeBob's snail. And Plankton tries to steal the Krabby formula in every episode, but he ends up failing every time. In other words, right now there is now a special 20th anniversary of every character that is in the show right now. They also created 2 movies called the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water. And there's going to be a 3rd movie called the SpongeBob movie, It's a Wonderful Sponge, which is coming out next year. And they also made a Broadway show called SpongeBob the Broadway Musical, which is a good Broadway show. In other words, and in July of this year, there's going to be a special video called SpongeBob's Birthday Blowout, which I hope this new special is good. And this is the cast for the show who played it. Unfortunately, Steven Hillenburg died last year, which means he would have been better if he would have came to see the excitement of his show came. And that's how the show is going to tell a story about him. In other words, the animation, music, and everything else is awesome. Do you know who likes this show? Everybody in the entire planet. They all loved this show very much back when it came out in 1991. Do you know who hates this show? Luke Gartrell. He is obviously furious for his hatred of SpongeBob. In other words, SpongeBob SquarePants rocks. And so does its movie, Bubble Guppy Sucks. End of salute. Next salute will be a triple salute. Adventure Time, regular show, and the amazing world of Gumball. After that, Steven Universe, Clarence, and Uncle Grandpa. After that, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., and A Bug's Life and Cars as well. After the Toy Story, Monsters Inc., A Bug's Life, and Cars quadruple salute, a triple salute, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and Madagascar.